So this is a transport system, just got done putting together. I'm going to start at the front tank. This is a straight trailer, not a drop deck. So I've got this so I can load on either side. Reason that is, some elevators you go to, they have controlled traffic, how you pull in. So that's a 3250 ACCRU tank. So I come out of there, you can see I've got a float in there for a gauge. I've got these special handles that I make so I can stand on the ground and never have to jump up in the trailer. So there's your cross, and from here it's going to go right on over to my pump right there. And you see I've got a valve there. The reason that's there, I want to shut that off if I'm going someplace and when they're filling the tanks, there'd be a lot of pressure on that pump. So I've got a rod, I can stand on the ground, shut that off. So I'm just going to go clear to the front, or the rear tank, I'm going to say. And it's pretty much identical to the front. Got my rod there. So like I say, I can do everything on the ground without jumping on the tanks there. So we're going to act like we're going to town to get water or whatever, 32% to fill up. So first thing I do is I make sure this is shut off right there, so there's not a lot of pressure going on to that pump. Here's where you'd go ahead, 3-inch fill, and now you're going to open this tank on up there, walk on down, that one up, and it doesn't make a difference. One tank will always get full sooner than the other. So down over there you can barely see it, but I have floats there, so you can just stand there and look at both tanks. Let's say this one gets full first, go ahead and shut him off. I put these stops in there, so I make those handles. They're special handles that I make, but these are there so it doesn't get rammy and busts the valve poly stops off. Now this tank gets full, and I always tell that guy to shut the engine or motor off first, and then he'll probably blow his line out before you close anything. So now your tanks are full. You can kind of back here, open that guy back up, and ready to go to your sprayer. All this is done from the ground level, not even getting up on the trailer. So we're gonna, in this video, kind of show, let's say we're gonna get ready to fill the sprayer. So on this system here, I've got a 60, a 30, and a 15. They're ACCRU tanks. They're all full drain, means there is no sump. Everything drains out the bottom. I build my own stands so I can get everything to drain on over to that inductor system. And right there is my power source to go over to my battery, and also he can clamp his totes on right there. And right up here in the 60, he can take his valve from his tote and clamp it right on there, so he's just not sitting there or standing there for minutes to fill that tank up. So here's my measuring sticks. So like in this case here, I got it set 20 gallons. When it hits the bottom of the stick, I know I got 20 gallons. Down in there, you can see how it's a full drain. This is a 30-gallon tank. Same deal, full drain. The measuring stick, I've got that one set there for around 16.5 gallons. Hits the bottom of the stick, I know I got 16.5 gallons in there. Also on these tanks, there again, you don't have to bend down. I've got these rods on there that I make. So now when we get over to the 15, I usually say this one's for the small products ammonium sulfate. I can pour 2 bags of ammonium sulfate in there without adding water, because it goes straight down into that inductor system. Over here is my jug rinse. Here is something that can kind of blow on through. Off to the side is my washout of my inductor tanks. So here again, liquid come in, water come in, goes out there. So right now it would be bypassing everything, So all of a sudden he wants to put chemical in. He can reach over and shut that water off, open this one up, go down here and open these up, and everything will drain on across. So the sprayer is just about ready to get full. All of a sudden it's full. First thing you want to do, shut the engine off. And you walk on down here and you're going to shut this off and you're going to open this up, and that's my air supply that's going to blow that line out. There's a check valve so water can't go backwards, and then you're going to continue to walk out to the sprayer and shut that valve off. What I'm going to show here, I'm on the left side of the trailer. I'll put everything over there kind of in line. How to open this whole side up wide open for totes and stuff. One thing I did do is put a red mark there, so when he's loading his totes or pallets or whatever, he knows he's not going to get too far over this way and hit that valve. So you come on down here. This is my fill to the sprayer, which I wrapped around the tank. It's like 40 some feet of hose there. And here again, I put a mark right there. So if he looks straight ahead, at least he's putting a 4-foot pallet in there. He's not hitting this or the valve.